Well, hello, Unlimited Wisdom family and community. I love you guys. Let me get over to this view so I can say hi, Scott. I hope you had a great birthday. Hi, Melody. Hi, Sarah. Hi, Dustin. Hi, Coach Bob, my son, my lovely wife, Terry, in the back. Hi, Eric. And of course, the best hostess with the mostest, Craig Jackman. Great to have you guys on here. I know you guys are going to really, really, really love this subject. I'm already visioning it and imagining it being one of the top videos I would send to somebody. So hi, Sandy. Great to have you on here. And the topic is compare-itis. Compare-itis. And I'll say up front, I got this idea by watching The Chosen. I watched, another 4 or 5 episodes last night. And what's really, really crazy is as going through all of these series, is that people are people. You know what I mean? It's like, it's just amazing how people are. And we already know this. We don't have to beat people up. But there's less than 10% of the people that make 100 grand a year, and the majority of them, the rest of the majority of the population, either is not working, or combined income in a household is 54,000. So I'm not being mean here because a lot of people will just say they're lazy. Me and Matt have had great, great freaking discussions over the years about this. And me and Terry, coming from a different generation, is like, hi, Deborah, is I'm just going, listen, get off your ass, take personal responsibility, and go to work. No one's here to save you. No one's going to give you a handout. And yeah, Matt, with his loving heart, always comes from a place and he goes, listen, that's not fair for everyone. Everyone should have the ability to cover at least their housing and their eating needs and stuff like that, not have to go bankrupt to get some health care. And so it's always been this back and forth with me and him. And hi, Mary. Thanks for jumping on. But now, when most people, me building these large organizations, the number one question I get asked by everyone, and the reason that they don't make any like imagination or intention to build an organization is just people are busy, man. No, they're not. Well, how do I motivate people? I can't motivate people to learn a new skill and then apply that new skill and change their life. Hi, Scott. Hi, Mary. So everyone's going, listen, if people are motivated, if I got people in my group, then everything would work, right? And I'm going like, I now have changed my thoughts to people. People don't struggle with getting motivated. Here's what people struggle with is just their thoughts and belief. Their thoughts and belief. So I've really, really watched this series, and there's this thing about, I'll just give you a quick story on it. But I was telling mom, Terry, I was telling my wife this. And there's this thing that we cannot stop, and we can make that decision. But when it comes to compare-itis, these are the thoughts that are in the head. Even with breakthrough, Lisa Marie is in a perfect position. We tell her she's in a perfect position. She's in the top 0.04, like all of the people here. It's like you're so above the curve of everybody else, but why do you still beat yourself up with your thoughts? And it's and that's what I'm saying it is now, is compare-itis. So one of the stories that they had is, I was sharing this with Matt as well, is, so all of a sudden you can see this guy, I'll just use his name. Say a guy. But this guy, all of a sudden you can see the resentment growing between him and the rest of the people that are part of the group that are following this guy, Jesus, right? And you can just see it getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And finally, he gets confronted by a couple of people in the group, and he just blows it off. He doesn't want to tell anybody what's going on. And then he finally gets confronted. Hi, Corky. He finally gets confronted, by Jesus, and it's like, I'm being, my language, and it's like, what's your deal? What's your deal? And he's going, I have to be around you all day, every day. And all I do is seeing you doing miracles and wonders. And you're helping all these people. You're changing their lives. And you're doing all this miraculous stuff. But you've never, ever done anything for me. So I was one of your first followers. I believe in you so much because I see what you do that I follow you. I don't complain. I just go out there. I go the extra mile and blah 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 blah. And he's going, okay, okay, great. And he goes, so what's the deal? And Jesus said, I didn't know you wanted to be healed because you never asked me. Holy crap. And that just hit me in the forehead with a bat because a lot of us, being compare-itis, are looking at what other people are doing and what results they're getting. And we're going, what about me? Why does this have to happen so here? And this person's doing this, and this group is doing this. And it's like, look how well this person's doing, and look at how great these people are doing. And we're constantly in this frame of mind of compare-itis. Does that make sense to you guys? And it's like, you know, you've been around me, and other people walk up to me and ask me, would you please heal me? No problem. And so, of course, it's like, but I just thought there was a number of situations in there where the person just didn't ask. You know what I mean? Artful askers. Just, if you want something, ask. If you want something, ask. If you want something, ask. Right? And so I sort of went over myself a little bit, and you guys know, and I get to always give Mary a little plug, the greatest miracle in the world. Mary got me this first edition, pretty cool. And here's the other thing that we struggle with other than compare-itis. If you knew that you knew that you knew how unique you are. So when I say the things like your DNA is unique, your eyes, everything about you is unique. And I think people hear that and they go, okay, yeah, all right, that makes sense. I'm unique. But if you understood your uniqueness, then you'd also understand that your journey is unique. Not a part of it, all of it. Are you guys hearing me? Every step you take, everything that you do is unique. But because of the lack of belief and faith you have in yourself, you're consistently allowing other people to get you off track. So why would you duplicate somebody else that understands and proclaims their uniqueness? They believe in themselves, and so they just do something. And because they do something, that steers something up in people, and they go, oh, maybe I ought to do that. And maybe I should change this way. And maybe I should do this. And what about this person? And what about this person? And what about this person? The only thing you need to be working on every frickin' day is learning how to ask questions. Say to yourself that my way is a unique way, and I'm going to figure out my frickin' way. Do you guys realize if we look at anybody else, it's like, how many chefs are there in the world? But do they have their unique way? And their unique way always gives them a recipe or a dish or a dessert that's them. No one else can make this. No one else can, you know, make this creme brulee the way this person does it. You guys get what I'm saying? And so if you're looking at a steakhouse or you're looking at a place that does anything, an Italian restaurant, a Mexican restaurant, it's we all find out that there's certain people that do it in a certain way. How long has it been since I've said that, Melody? It's like they find their certain way. They proclaim their uniqueness. Then they understand that their journey is their journey. And the only way they're going to figure out their journey is attempting things. Try this, 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 try this. I like a little bit of this. I like a little more. Eric, I'm glad that you're on here because Eric consistently has difficulty recruiting people because he hasn't proclaimed his uniqueness, believe in his own journey, and knows that he needs to ask a higher power, including himself, to actually make his own pathway to recruiting people. Wow. That was it, all of it. And so, hi, Arthur. Again, hi, Corky, Deborah Bronner. So when you guys see people that really, really understand this, then they become unique. And that was, if a person wanted money and fame, that's what makes a Tom Brady a Tom Brady. That's what makes a Michael Jordan a Michael Jordan. But we're talking about the best of the best of the best, right? And so a lot of people sent me messages about Kyle Busch dying. And I'm telling you, this guy, not only to think that NASCAR, when they let everyone know that he died, they didn't say future Hall of Famer. They said Hall of Famer. He's not been inducted in the Hall of Fame yet. He hasn't even been voted on yet. But the organization that he drew for said, Hall of Famer Kyle Busch died. It's like, they're like saying, there is not a shadow of a doubt in anybody's mind that he's going into the Hall of Fame. He's that good. But I was telling Terry, he was even better than good, right? Because he would at the age of 20, he started his own race team. And at the age of 20, the building that he built to create his team at 20 years of age cost him $13 million. And so that was like 20 years ago. How many of you know somebody that at 20 years of age, they're starting their own motorsports company and building a building that's cost $13 million? That's how good this kid is, right? But he used to go to tracks and he would race the truck series, which is the lowest series, and he would win. Then the next day on Saturday, he would drive the Infinity car and win. And then on Sunday, he would drive the Cup car and win. He's the only driver, Dale Earnhardt, Richard Petty, all these guys. Kyle Busch consistently would go to a race track and win all three races on the weekend, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And what a crack up. I know there's going to be a lot of videos that comes out about the stuff that Kyle Busch has said. And it is freaking funny. But I think it was like, don't quote me, but 264 total NASCAR wins. That's even more than Richard Petty, which has 200. And I guess last Sunday he called over the radio and just said, there's something really messed up with my sinuses. He said, if we can make sure that we have a doctor, when I think about this, Think about your head hurting so bad that you say, I'd like to have a doctor waiting for me when I get done racing. I mean, there are some people that just live on a different planet, like Michael Jordan playing with pneumonia, right? And so the whole key of this is he's such a nice guy. Everybody's gonna talk about how he just reached out and helped everybody. But his son, Braxton, I mean, if anyone did any, what would it would be called? Like a Wikipedia on him. This kid, his son, Braxton Bush, he probably won his first race like when he was 4. I know I'm exaggerating, but it would have to be pretty damn close. And now the kid's all the way up to whatever age he is, 10 or 11, someone in there, and he races against adults and just kicks their ass. So there's something that Kyle was able to pass down through his wisdom, his experiences, the stuff that he did that got to his son. And there showed all these, there's all these pictures with him taking, once he wins the race, he has his son go up and get the checkered flag. You know what I mean? And then comes out and jumps in the race car with him. So, he's plugged this into his kid that, hey, listen, you work hard, you get good at your craft, you master your craft, and, you can have 250,000 people rooting for you and millions watching you on TV, right? And so, man, my heart goes out to his wife and to his son. And I was telling Terry that there's a number of sons that are just like rock stars that have lost their fathers. So they get introduced to that. I'm not worried about, Braxton, but there was a guy just recently, Ty Gibbs, that won his first NASCAR race, and his father, at the age of 49, worked for his dad. Joe Gibbs is still alive, that's running Gibbs Racing. And I mean, it's one of the biggest championship teams out there. And they won many world championships. And so Corey Gibbs, his dad, just goes to sleep one night at the age of 49. And when his wife wakes up in the morning, he's dead. He just lay down, died. Like crazy, Yeah, of course, Dell Jr. Losing his father. But if you noticed, what I was talking about here is all these people cut this path. And the ones that do it the best are authentically them. Are you hearing me? It's like they're not like anybody else. So as they carve this path, and it's good enough to bring your children along with it, we're talking about a few people, and it's like interesting how they were able to figure out that they needed to go to a beat of their own drum, and they taught people around them how to do the same thing. So if there's anything that I know creates fast success, it's you understanding that you're a miracle, you understanding that it might be easier to listen to other people and try to duplicate them. In fact, I remember the first time that I heard Tony Robbins go, what is the key to success? Mirroring and matching. Find someone that's got what you got. I found Jim Rohn, and then I duplicated him, right? With me saying that, and I've never said this ever. You guys know that I just trust my heart and ask God so listen to this. I know that Tony Robbins never became what he could have because he's a copy. Is there anyone that can deny me? I mean, he had a show that got canceled. It's like, it's Tony Robbins, without a shadow of a doubt, when I hear him speak, is just sharing with people stuff he's learned from other people. Is he a good promoter? Has he made a lot of money? Do people know who he is? Yeah. But Tony Robbins will never go down as a goat in personal development. Did that resonate with anyone? And it's like, because I know there's a lot of people here that have seen Tony Robbins stuff, but how many people are Tony Robbins disciples? So when someone reaches out to me and says, Robert, I really, 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 really need help. Can you refer me to someone as a personal coach? Tony Robbins' name never comes up. And I'm not being mean because my name probably wouldn't show up. You see what I mean? It's like, so the more that you can proclaim your uniqueness, and you're absolutely right. Now, uh, Arthur, thank you for that. Now, have any one of you ever heard me mention a guy named Jim Rohn? Yay, all day, every day. The difference between marching to a beat of your own drum, being authentic, and cutting your path. So if you weren't sure that you're a miracle, you won't proclaim your uniqueness, and you don't have faith and belief that you just got to move toward the mark, trying a bunch of things as you create your own deal, right? You just got to create your own deal. And then here's where probably people are scared to do it. I promise you, I guarantee you that if you do that, the audience will find you. The people that you're supposed to talk to will find you. And so I just discovered this in the last like 48 hours because people keep asking me again and again and again, Robert, tell me what you do. I'll tell you exactly what I do word for word so you can't do it or won't do it. Hey, I reach out to people, with the verbal message, and I reach out to people and I wish them happy birthday, or I just reach out to them and say, hey, listen. And by the way, I got a new gift that I send people. And I'll talk about it on Sunday, but all I would tell them is like, hey, listen, I discovered this. It's really, really blessed me. And here it is. It's called thechosen.tv. Now, do I care if they watch the videos or not? Because if they're the wrong person at the right time, hey, I found out right away. Because people will watch the videos for one or two reasons. One is they wouldn't watch them if they just said, I'm just not ready, or I don't believe in this guy, or whatever it is. But the bottom line is, if a person was even curious, you could easily watch The Chosen or videos of The Chosen and not be converted, not change your viewpoint. Like Albert Einstein says, the true sense of intelligence is listening to somebody else's point of view and stories and still hold on to the one you have. But yeah, Ken, I'll never stop promoting this book because it was the thing for me. But one of the things yeah, Coach Bob, posting pilot too. It is like, but that's all I got to say to you guys today is that if you're struggling, I want you to really seriously ask yourself, do I believe that I'm a miracle? Am I doing the things that I need to do to find out what my gifts are and what I love to do? And it's all based on feeling. It's all based on feeling. So if you're me, how I get through all these might be a little controversial for you, but I'd rather ask. I surrender. Share with me what your will is, what I need to be doing. And if that's one day we're in one city And then the next day we're in another city. That's part of my journey. One of the funnest words they use throughout Chosen is the word soon. Because someone asked, Jesus, and he said soon, and then he smiled, and the guy, why are you smiling? And he said, isn't everybody soon different? It is like some people soon would be, is that happening in an hour or so? Soon for other people is like, maybe this year. Soon for some people is like, I got that handled. The next, yeah, go Eric put 1,000. Yeah. It's like, hey, that's soon. And he's worked on the people that follow him so well that when he says, people ask him, they all get a big shit-eating grin on their face. And it's like, yeah, we should be doing that soon. And then everybody giggles. It's like, listen, when it happens, it happens. I'll stay on the mark. I got an idea of what's going on here. And when it comes to me, it comes to me. And so that's when people all of a sudden get to that compare-itis thing. Well, so-and-so did it faster. So-and-so did it faster. Look how fast so-and-so got results. Can you guys imagine? Can you guys imagine being authentic, knowing what you're going for you, because you love doing it. Every day you're working on it. And thinking about what other people are doing is none of your business. Because that's what I pray and wish for you all. And so I see Corky on here, and it's like, when Corky trusted me and I told him where he should focus, and he went, you know what? My son told me that. And I think all of us are surrounded, whether you know us or not, or you're part of Unlimited Wisdom or not. You constantly, while you're asking and wondering, what's the purpose of life? What is my gifts? What should I be doing? There's people that have told you. And if you're asking the higher power told you. So now ignoring it probably is not a good step. Posting Pilot, Matt can say this, Posting Pilot 100% became because he created other things for other people. And when he created other things for other people, they said they were going to sell a lot of it, and they didn't. So doing the stuff that Matt did that he shared with other people got him to the understanding that there's got to be something that I control every part of this damn thing. So I don't have to rely on anybody. So, he had to go through a lot of work and a lot of little things to figure that out. But once you figure that out, then it's like just a matter of time. Then it's just a matter of time. So I love you guys. I'll see you guys on Ask Us Anything. Promote it. Anyone that's got any questions, I know a lot of questions are going to be asked about, how do I use Posting Pilot to earn extra income? It's like be you. You know what I mean? So love and appreciate you. Thank you, Corky. Thank you, Deborah, Mary, Scott, Sarah, Melody, Dustin, Eric, Arthur. Thanks for jumping on. Deborah, Sandy, Coach Bob, Terry, my lovely wife, Matthew, and again, Craig Jackman, the best hostess ever.